expensive. But what you don't realize is that you're actually investing in your health, and that's one of the main benefits to eating healthy and eating real food. When we're supplying our body, when we're giving our body real sources of nutrient-dense food, it's going to thrive. It's going to flourish. It's going to really truly give you an experience that you're not going to get the same way with those processed food-like substances. So what we're going to do here for our salad is I have shredded my romaine. Now, it's entirely up to you, but I took a little bit of time, and I made it in these little bitty strings. You see that? Ain't that pretty? I don't know why. It makes me feel good when I get a hold of something like that, when I eat stuff like that. So it just makes me feel good with that. So, and then I have even sliced my cucumbers. I mean, y'all, you can throw a straw through them. They're that thin. Then, so yeah, I sliced them real thin. Let me check on you just a second. Woohoo! Look at that. Ain't that pretty, y'all? I am telling you, look at that. That's going to be gorgeous. We want to make sure that cooks all the way through. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let's go ahead and put our dressing together. I've got some all-fruit strawberry preserves, and I've got about a heaping tablespoon of that. So I'm going to put that in there, and it runs about 30 calories a tablespoon. I'm going to add just about a teaspoon and a half of olive oil, not much at all. And I am using some strawberry-infused balsamic vinegar. Now, the brand that I'm using is Romaine, but you can buy a lot of them, with just about any brand. But this is what's available to us here at this spa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add probably about 2 good tablespoons of olive oil to that. Or not olive oil, balsamic vinegar. Sorry about that. So then I'm just going to basically mix this up. Now, if you want it a little bit more watery, you can pop this in the microwave and get it really, but honestly, I like a little bit of chunk of strawberry in mine. So I like to leave that in there. And so you're just going to mix it up really, really good, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take maybe about a teaspoon like that. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to go ahead and coat my greens. I want to go ahead and get my greens coated really good before I plate up my salad. Because y'all know me, I'm going to have something that's it's pretty for not just the taste buds, but also the eyes here in just a few minutes. Because, by the time you combine all those little bitty shreds, look here at this. You give it a little bit of coating. And actually, you can let this rest. You can set this in the refrigerator, and romaine lettuce will actually really keep its firmness for a pretty good long time. So that's something, if you want to do it ahead of time, that's always an option for you. So let's check our chicken breast. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at this. So I am telling you, look at that. That is so pretty. We're going to I'm going to get a little bit more grilled on the top side here just to give it that little bit. So I went ahead and flipped it and got that so I can get that nice little colorization on the top. There. So while that is doing that, let me pull my plate over here so we can get this plated up. And you notice I used one of those little colorful plates today. So we added that in there. I'm going to take that and let's go ahead and put our cucumbers around on top of this. Because you remember, I always tell you, we eat with our eyes. Presentation is, plays a huge part in when you're preparing your meals. And there's nothing wrong with y'all doing that at home. I know you're thinking, I don't have time to put that on the plate. Let's just eat. But I tell you, it will definitely make a difference if you just, take a few minutes to do that. Now, I slivered my onion today. You can do it ever how you like it if you want it chunked or whatever. But I just kind of like the way that pretty sliver looked, when I was doing it. So sometimes I would dice them, sometimes I'll sliver them. Just kind of leave that around there. I want y'all to look. Now, you can see that already. It's looking pretty, ain't it? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely is. All right, now, let's throw some strawberries on there. Let's look at you right quick. Whoop. And that's okay, because look at that. We got that nice color. That's what we want. So now I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to unplug that because that's good. All right, let's put our strawberries on here. Oh, my goodness. These are some fresh strawberries, here in the area. So you can, if you're lucky and you can find you some at your local grocery store right now, they're really tasty and they really have a good flavor to them this time of year. So put the strawberries on there. Kind of put that all the way around. Oh, my goodness. Now we're going to add a little bit of apple. I'm going to add some apple to it as well. So I'm going to kind of cook that up there. And I like to kind of put mine in kind of like on the edge, and like so. You give it a little bit of a crunch. The apple gives it a little bit more crunch there. Everything so far doesn't have a much of a crunch to it. Alright, now we're going to add our almonds. I want to save just a smidgen for the top of that chicken, and a little bit of that, smidgen for my feta cheese for the top of my chicken as well. Because you want to kind of give your chicken a little bit of a garnish. Now I want y'all to look. You see this plate? I mean, I cannot believe how pretty this is. And we don't even have the dressing on it yet. Okay, so here we're going to go. Let's pull this out. I'm going to turn my little chicken breast over just a little bit. Okay, that looks wonderful. Going to give it a little smash, make sure it's nice and firm. Now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of drizzle this over the top of it. Look at that, y'all. You like that balsamic reduction? I'm telling you. It is going to be amazing, by the way. It really, really is. Now, alright, let me get my cutting board. We're going to bring our chicken over here. Alright. Look at that. Look at this. Now, this is what you want to do. When it comes to presentation, take just a few minutes, and you're going to cut it across the grain, okay? You want to cut it, just give it a little this. A little this. All right, better grab my fork because this is hot, by the way. All right. Give it a little bit of that. Look at that, y'all. I'm going to tell you, this is going to be slap your mama good, in other words. Oh, man. Okay. Now, look at this. Okay, I'm not finished yet, y'all. Come on now.
What kind of apples do you like to use?
Today I use the red one. Sometimes I'll use the Granny Smith. It just all depends. Sometimes I use Gala apples. I like that too. I'm going to put just a little bit of that feta cheese over there. Alright, now comes the specialty. Let's give this another little bit more of this glaze over the top of my chicken breast. Oh my goodness. Now, I want to tell you, if y'all don't start going to the grocery store and picking you up some lettuce and some fruit and things like that and start preparing them, then I don't know what we're going to do. Because this meal, although it is colorful, tasty, and just extremely easy to prepare, it is still less than 500 calories per meal. This is a feast for the lips as well as the eyes. Thanks for joining me this week. If you prepare this meal at home, don't forget to tag me in it. Let me know. Send me a picture, whatever. Follow me on Facebook. Share this video with your friends, please, if you're watching this. And if you want this recipe, send me a message and I'll get it right out to you. Thanks for joining me. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.